Hello, and right off the bat, I apologize if this is not the best spearfishing video that you have ever seen, but it is my first spearfishing video, and today we are doing the Cabrillo Jetty, somewhere that I live near, and I love this spot. Today, it looked like we were going to have some awesome conditions. It was 3-foot waves, 11-second interval between the swells, and it looks just beautiful from above, but once you put your face in, you maybe get like, I don't know, 4 feet of visibility. But we can make it work. You can definitely get enough food for the night in there. Right there, you see a 2-spotted octopus coming out of a hole. It looks like the California state fish, the orange Garibaldi, was pushing it out. A nice barred surf perch there, but I'm not a huge fan of the flavor of the fish. So I decided to adjust my sights to the uni. And I started going for sea urchin. I'm looking for different ways to eat it. I've always told myself that I wasn't a huge fan of uni, but actually Kevin from Catch and Cook made a good point. He said, with Alfredo, you don't just eat noodles and milk, right? So why would you expect that, you'd enjoy uni just by itself? So yeah, I'm going to try a bunch of different ways to eat it, and later on in this video I showed you how I decided to try it this time. And yeah, so I'm going to crack one of these open and make sure that there's enough of the reproductive organ there to actually to eat, or if it's even worth harvesting. And there's enough kelp around the area that I think that they were able to grow their reproductive organ, and I think that it will be fruitful. And right here you see a little bit of orange. And all of that stuff coming out of there are just little bits of kelp. And there's definitely enough uni in there, so I'm going to grab a couple of these. And, I decided, alright, I'm going to grab a couple of surf perch, despite the size. I'm not going to go for anything too small. I'm not going to go for... There's a bunch of moms there that were obviously pregnant. They were going to give birth in like a week or two, so I'm just going to let them do their thing. So I got a couple of little teens here. Thought that was a pretty good shot. That's the black surf perch, you can tell with the yellow lip. And this one is a pile perch, or a silver surf perch. And this is the woes of the breakwater too. If the swell comes in and it hits the wall, then you got to make sure that you're able to go underneath the wave, keep the board straight, make sure you're not losing anything, everything's all tied up. Just got to make sure that you know what you're doing at every second, and be aware that anything could basically smack the back of your head.